Welcome to HR Banter with Elevate HR,
the compliance edition.
If compliance had its own emoji in Kenya, what would it look like and when would people use it? You see this emoji that has a teardrop and a smiley face. I think that would be the correct emoji that would describe compliance in Kenya, because it's a bittersweet kind of thing. There are times when you'd be happy about it because you're compliant to what the law requires of you. And there are times when, if caught in the wrong side of law, you'd find yourself tearing up. So I think that would be the best emoji to describe compliance in Kenya.
If compliance was a vehicle, which one would it be and why? I think this will have been, must be a German machine. So I'll go for BMW. Why? Because German machines tend to be complicated, and I think the only thing one needs to do is to make sure they maintain it as per the manufacturer guidelines. So if you miss or you try to take shortcuts, then you find yourself in trouble. And I think with compliance, it's the same thing. As long as you follow the regulations and you file your returns or meet your obligations on time, you are not going to have issues. But the minute you start having or taking shortcuts, that's when you start having problems.
Number 2, if compliance was a dance move in Kenya, what would it be called? And can you show us? Where? Dance move in Kenya. I think I would call it helicopter. How to do it is a whole different story, but I will try. But no, there's no music. Okay, but anyway, I will try it. Helicopter. And that's as good as I can get. Yeah.
If compliance was a dance move, oh no, again. If compliance was a dance move, which one would it be and why? I'll go with ordinary. It's really kind of a simple dance move, but it revolves. So, for example, if you go to a different town, you might find that they have a sort of a twist to the move than maybe what you're used to. But once you learn it, it's really a simple dance move. Yeah.
So you have to dance that?
No, it doesn't say. It doesn't say. No, I twisted my ankle yesterday.
Why you always lying?
Ladies first.
Okay. Would you rather have a compliance process that is highly automated but may overlook some compliance consideration, or a manual process that ensures thorough compliance but requires significant time and effort?
That is interesting. I think I'll take any sort of automation, simply because it will save me some time. But at the end of the day, regardless of what automation you have, someone always has to do an audit check to make sure that everything has been done. So I'll definitely take the partial automation.
Alrighty, good to know.
Now, would you rather discover a major compliance violation within your organization but have full support and resources to rectify it, or never uncover any compliance issues but constantly worry about potential violations?
Why should I worry? I would rather have the issues but with the resources to mitigate them, because I mean, imagine constantly living in panic that you don't know what next. You don't know if, say if it's KRA, they'll visit your offices and come and sort of fine you or whatever. So I think for me, I would rather uncover these things and be able to mitigate them given the resources that I have.
But would that be personally, I don't like firefighting, being in a situation where you are firefighting, and especially when it comes to compliance, because you're dealing with government agencies and whatnot. Sometimes they tend to be very difficult to work with. mean, I would prefer to, never have any issues, but maybe have a little bit more at the back of my mind.
Clearly for you, what you don't know won't hurt you.
Exactly.
Alrighty. Number 2, would you rather address a workplace conflict between two high-performing employees, risking the potential of loss, or ignore the conflict and risk damaging the team morale?
Sorry, come on. What was the first option?
Would you rather address a workplace conflict between two high-performing employees, and risking the potential loss, or ignore the conflict and risk damaging the team morale?
That's a no-brainer. I think I would rather address that conflict between those two high-performing employees, even if it risks losing one of them, because at the end of the day, the team is bigger than the individual.
What if they both do?
It is a risk that you're willing to take. As I said, the team will always be bigger than the individual. So you'd rather remain with the team than have 2 or 3 people who are creating conflict or creating divisions within the team.
But then wouldn't you, going with the second option, how about not resolving the conflict but finding other ways to boost the team morale? Say, moving departments, shifting the 2 people, assuming they're in the same department, moving them to different departments, or finding just ways of separating them, so to speak.
Yeah, you see now the challenge here is when dealing with human beings, we are human resources, right? So
clearly.
the problem with dealing with human beings, we always want to benchmark.
Yeah.
Right? We always want to benchmark. So today I see that June and Mike are having an issue, and HR or the management decides to turn a blind eye to that. Tomorrow, you're going to have another set of people having issues, and maybe they're not high-performing employees, and you can say, okay, these ones we can easily deal with them. But now the question will be, the previous time June and Mike had an issue, we never did anything. So you see what we are doing? We are cultivating a culture of turning a blind eye to issues. So you don't want to have that. So it's better that you risk losing your best employee if it's going to maintain that unity and cohesion with the team, as opposed to turning a blind eye just for the sake of 1 or 2 people and risk having the whole team disintegrate.
Well, I hear you. You don't want to set precedents for the wrong things. Well,
exactly.
Okay.
All right. Here's another would you rather. So, would you rather hire a candidate with exceptional technical skills but is a poor culture fit? Exceptional technical skill, computer geek, but very poor culture fit, right? Or a candidate with average technical skills, but an excellent culture fit. They can make friends the minute they walk into the door. They know what their company values are, but average technical skills, so a little bit of training required, or someone who's great, top performing.
Well, that's a catch-22. But if I'm being very honest, I would rather hire for potential, but with the right culture. Because, well, I'm sure you've heard of this statement that people say, culture is strategy for breakfast. So look at it from the perspective of, you have a sack of potatoes, 1 rotten potato, and say 9 other good potatoes. This 1 rotten potato has the potential to damage the 9 good potatoes, as compared to you just having a good potato together with other good potatoes. So if you ask me, I would rather hire an average performer, train them, but not struggle on the culture bit. Yeah.
So basically you're saying you are looking at trainability, and that is something that can be easily achieved. But when it comes to culture, it's either you have it or you don't have it.
Hauko, like hakuna in between. Yeah. So I would rather train and have a good cultural fit than have the skills but a cultural misfit.
Yeah, as they say, you are either a Manu fan or you are a Manu fan. That's it. Okay. All right.
I see what you did there.
So, okay.
Last one from me. Ready?
Yes.
Would you rather have unlimited money or unlimited time?
Of course, money.
Why money? Why not time?
Money is king. Money is king.
But if you have time, you can make the money.
It's not a guarantee. It's not a guarantee. By virtue of me being in this world for this many years.
Yeah.
So I can say I'd rather take the money anytime, even if it's for just 1 year. I'll enjoy my time and go to heaven gracefully and happy.
Clearly, you only live once. So
You only live once,
for you,
of course.
given the time as an infinite resource and the opportunity, now let me add at least to it, and the opportunity to make the money, would you still go for the money?
Of course. Moses lived for 900 years, still dead poor.
Clearly, I can't move your mind from the money, so as you have it, pesa muhimu.
Pesa muhimu.
Haya,
Pesa muhimu.
sawa.
All right. So finally, would you rather have the power to read minds?
Yeah,
Like, are they called psychics? Yes.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Have the power to read minds, or see into the future.
See into the future any day.
Why?
Because I know what to expect and plan my life accordingly. If I can be able to see that, say, nikitoka hapa, okay, something good will happen to me, then I will go that direction. And if I know that, if I can already see that something bad would happen to me, then I'll probably change a certain dynamic. So I would rather be able to know what's coming than be in the present of reading minds right now and not knowing what's ahead.
I have a slightly different opinion. Don't you think seeing into the future doesn't necessarily mean you can change the future? Only that you can see that it's coming.
Yeah, I can.
So it's like let's say today a doctor tells you you have terminal cancer. So you already know the future, how it's going to be. You can't change it, but you know it, right?
Yeah.
You can't change it. So like sort of that kind of like adds to the anxiety or anticipation. I'd rather if I could read minds.
So if using your example, if a doctor told me that I'll have cancer in the future, I will live for now because I know what the future holds. So I will be present in the space that I am in.
You'll enjoy.
I will enjoy my life now. Nitapiga sherehe kama ni kupiga sherehe and give back to society if it's giving back to the society here and now because I already know what the future holds.
You don't want to be able to read I kind of feel like, for me at least, I think I'll have the best fun in my life because I can read people's thoughts and I can even preempt them and they'll be like, hey, are you a psychic or something?
Now that weirdness is what I don't
want.
It'll be very fun. That weirdness is what I don't want. People are like, are you sure you're okay? Are you sure you're human? So I think I would still stick to my answer. Yeah, I would rather see the future. Yeah.
All right.
Righty.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Always a pleasure. Can do this again sometime.
Anytime.
Alrighty.
Right.
And if you're looking for a HR system to manage your leave, payroll, and performance, check out our website, elevatehr.co, for more information.